Okay people, welcome back to another Fwoosh custom mod type tutorial thing. Tonight I'm going to attempt to show how to put the Soft Goods Black Series Kylo Ren robe onto the S.H. Figuarts Kylo Ren figure. I like the Figuarts figure much better. The articulation, the sculpt, just everything. But I hate the robes. I've finally decided to do this. I got back from vacation with this in mind, and people have been asking, so I thought I'd show it real quick. The hood, I do not like the hood at all for the Figuarts Kylo. I've seen pictures, it just looks better with the soft goods. It's going to increase his articulation, his posability. So I'm going to give it a shot. Hopefully this will just be a quick mod and hopefully fairly easy. So we'll see how this goes. Taking apart the Figuarts Kylo, it's not a big deal. You just pop apart at the waist. He comes apart there. The belt is a separate piece. The neck is a little bit of pain in the ass, but it does pop off there. Mine pops at the bottom of the neck. It acts like it wants to come out of the head, but it's never popped out of there. And that allows you to remove the scarf, leaving just the torso. And then these bottom pieces, they just pop off these pegs, leaving you with just the skirt piece down at the bottom, which is not a big deal. You still get full movement out of it. It doesn't look weird because it doesn't come down over the knee. The Black Series, that's the one I was worried about. There's going to be some cutting involved. Now, this is the revision. It comes with Wave 3. It's got the textured scarf, the shorter robe. Since I'll be using the Figuarts scarf, I'm just going to cut this bad boy off. Careful not to get into the cloth. It comes off. And removing the scarf, it does look like there was a lot more hood underneath. It kind of stuffed into it, so his hood isn't really smaller. It just takes up, it's just smashed under the scarf, which I'll be able to do easily with the other one. There's no seam in the belt, so I'm just going to cut that off. Again, trying not to cut the cloth. Okay, what I've done so far, I'd popped the head off, and I've slowly pulled the robe up and over, and it's a tight fit. But once you get to a certain point, it does come off. And there it is. That tear right there, I don't know where that came from. It was stuck to the inside. So this was probably, you know, not the best Kylo to use. But you know what? I'm good with a little damage, as long as the hood and everything else looks pretty good. Now, getting it onto the Figuarts Kylo is just a matter of finding his armholes and then pulling it down over his arms. It's a pretty tight fit, but it goes on there not too shabby. I'm going to slip the belt on over it, down here, up to the waist, and then I'm going to try to get the legs into there. That goes together. Pull the bunch out where it's straight. I'm going to put the Figuarts scarf on over this and pull the hood through as much as possible. And then put the head on through that. And there you go. The cloth goods on the Figuarts. And it increases his range of motion a lot. It looks more natural, I think. I know a lot of people aren't fans of the soft goods, but you can get it to lay like an actual hood. It kind of wants to pooch in a little bit whenever you get too much on it. But it can be fudged. Unlike, you know, the original Figuarts hood, this does nothing. So it's out. With the Black Series Kylo, without his outer robe, it's kind of a tunic look. The textures match torso, skirt, arms. So I don't know, getting ready for battle, something, I don't know, but it's kind of neat looking. So what you're left with is the best of both worlds, I think. The cloth robes opens up a lot of posing for the Figuarts figure. You can make it flow a little bit different. You just have a lot, there's a lot more possibilities with the figure. And yeah, you're left with some parts. You probably didn't have to cut off the scarf of the Black Series figure, or even the belt. There's probably ways around that, and there's probably an easier way. This is just how I decided to do it at spur of the moment. Speaking of leftover parts, you have the hood and the lower robe pieces of the Figuarts Kylo Ren left over. But you know what? Hey, extra parts. We get extra parts every day. One word of warning, a lot of the Black Series figures, their heads do just pop off. No heat, no nothing. I did have to heat up Kylo Ren's head to get it off and to get it back on. It was kind of a bear, but totally worth it. I'm happy with the final product now. I finally have the Kylo Ren I was hoping for in the first place. Dynamic, posable, not frustrating at all. Just a nice piece. The only thing that would make it perfect now is an unmasked Kylo head. I got the figure I want. It's cool. I like it. And hopefully I won't have to buy another Kylo Ren anytime soon. Except for the model kit. Why do? So if you like this kind of little tutorial, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the Fwoosh. The hood just kind of floats above his head. There's plenty of room in here. Just empty dead space. And when you try to move the head into a position where the hood kind of looks okay, which most of the time is pulling this scarf thing down and trying to get the hood down a little bit, it just all falls apart. It just kind of just shoots up. It pulls the head out of the position you have it in. If you pose it a little, you try to get into other poses, this thing just floats up. Basically, I don't like how much crap is hanging on him.